Hey guys, it's Kaylee. Now I'm gonna catch you up on some stuff that's been going on, so let's go. So if you guys know me, you know that I've been doing my master's program / teaching credential together. That way I could be a full-time teacher online from my home, no matter what condition I'm in, because it changes all the time. My program is what's been stressing me the out. You guys, like, oh my god. So long story short, in order to have a teaching program completed, you need 600 hours for your student teaching hours. They told me when I signed up for the program that I could do this part-time. Well, now I have 16 weeks left. 16 weeks left. And these people, oh my god, let me tell you, these people, okay, they're like, oh, by the way, we can't do that. What? You guys got your money and everything, and now you're like, oh, by the way, you can't do that? So then they try to tell me, well, it's okay. We actually can have you do an RSP teaching program, which is like on the lines of special education, which I respect every teacher that teaches special education. It just wasn't my plan. In fact, teaching wasn't even my first plan. If you go back to my old videos, or if you know me, audio engineering was. So this is already not my first plan. So to have them tell me that I, once again, couldn't do what I worked for, not because my grades aren't good enough, not because I'm not a good teacher, not because the kids don't like me, because I just physically can't, because this body won't physically keep up, which I guess honestly is my biggest issue throughout life. It's like I keep going and I keep doing these things and I get up when I get knocked down and I keep going for it and it just doesn't matter. And it is so frustrating. Mind you, I will figure this out. I will get it taken care of, and I will not settle for something that I didn't really want to do in the first place, because there's this amazing school out in Riverside that I could teach what I want. I could even teach part-time, but I have to get the credential that I originally signed up for. So that's been interesting on one account. And I guess for me, it's frustrating. I don't know about you guys if you have chronic illness, because you look normal on the outside, like you look pretty good, you look like a normal person, people forget that you're sick and that you're actually dealing with so much emotional baggage, physical pain. You're dealing with guilt because maybe you're not the best friend, or if you're in a relationship, you're not the best boyfriend or girlfriend, because there's times where you just like can't deal with things, and you have regular life to deal with like everybody else. But then you also have this thing that just hangs over you and just tries to literally like stomp on your dreams and your passions and what you want to do and who you want to be, and you're just like, hey, that's enough. Like I'm good. Thank you. Like you got, like I'm fine. And in all honesty, it does suck. You feel like no matter what you're doing, it's never gonna be good enough, and you're not gonna be good enough. But that's some bull. Because you are. In fact, you're pretty great, because you are dealing with so much stuff that most people probably couldn't. And that makes that pretty awesome. It's not worth the pain, that's for sure, but it's cool. So you have to learn to give yourself credit, like a lot of credit, which can be really hard, because maybe you can't communicate well when you need to, or when you're frustrated and want to have conversations, you can't, or you have all these different things that are going on, because if you're anything like me, I have physical disabilities, but I also have cognitive issues that people, when they talk to me on a general day basis, they may not remember or notice, because I do a decent job at making myself look and appear like I am a normal person, because I have to. Because I am not, for instance, missing a limb or something like that that would make it evident that something is wrong. You know what I mean? So it's very confusing to people, because they expect you on a day-to-day basis to live up to maybe a normal person, or function, have patience, or all of that stuff, when you're just like, hey, can you slow down for a minute, because like I'm really sick. I guess what I'm trying to get at with everything with this is that you're enough, and you have to really try. If you're sick, you have to try harder than a normal person on how your self-worth is, because you're not just the normal average person. You have you to deal with, and you're the reason that you can't do anything, and that sucks. That is a mental thing that is really hard to wrap your head around, and it's not because of any other reason other than you. And most people look at that as like, you know, if they say, oh, it's me, I have to get up, I have to do more work, I have to do this, I have to do that. But you as a sick person, you have to take care of you, which means maybe doing less than what you usually would. Just breathe. Seriously, this life is absolutely crazy, and things aren't going to go the way you want them to for anybody in this world. But especially if you're chronically ill, you're going to have a lot more hoops to jump through than the normal human being, and you just kind of have to accept that, and it's going to suck. Some days more than others, and some experiences and situations more than others. But in reality, the only person that's going to make things better is you. But don't settle. Don't settle for what people say that you should do. You can do things that you like to do, that you want to do, but that are also good for you health-wise. You just gotta figure them out. And just like my college, don't let other people tell you what to do with your own life. There was a few weeks that I seriously was like waiting for a call, and all I kept telling my roommate was, I was like, dude, I'm just waiting for them to tell me what I can do with the rest of my life, and that was wrong. That was so wrong of me to just settle in that spot and just be upset for so long, because nobody is going to do anything for me. Nobody. I have to do everything. And as much as that's frustrating, especially when you're sick and you feel like for once can please somebody just do their job, sometimes it's not going to be like that. In fact, most of the time it's not. So for one, if you're a sick person, don't settle. For two, if you're dealing with someone who's a sick person, give them a little bit of a break, because I promise you, if they are anything like me, they are trying so hard and losing sleep that they should be sleeping, having more flare-ups because they're stressed out, and all these things happening. It's definitely not okay for someone to tell you, because you're sick, you can't do this. Tell them. Bye. So until next time, guys,